What's up, guys? It is Chris back with another watch video, and today we are taking a look at the Vacheron Overseas World Timer with silver dial. This is a watch that I recently purchased just a few months ago, and I have been wearing it essentially non-stop since. There have been a few watches that I have worn in between, but this has been majority of my wrist time since I've gotten it. And this was a major purchase for me last year, this year actually. It is still 2019, and it is an amazing, amazing watch. I absolutely love it. It is everything that I thought it would be and more. They did actually very recently discontinue this watch. They only discontinued this color, so the watch itself, the Overseas World Timer, lives on. However, the silver dial does not. And Vacheron, I think, consciously did that. They removed a bunch of watches from their lineups, and they're sort of paring down their lineup, and I guess that's more of a strategic move for them, and they're sort of trying to offer less and at the same time offer more, I guess. I don't know. But here we are. I have this watch, and I absolutely love it. And I definitely think that the Overseas is, in general, a very underrated watch. There is some, there is a lot of hate towards Vacheron in some circles, and others there is a lot of love on the internet. I am definitely on the love camp, obviously, because I own a few Vacheron and I love them. So I'm just going to get into this watch. 43 millimeters screw down crown, 150 meters water resistance. This is the V3 from the Overseas collection. So there was a version 1, there was a version 2. This is the version 3. Version 3 offers some upgrades from the version 2. We have in-house movements on the version 3 watches. They are a little bit bulked up. So the time-only version of the version 3 Overseas is 41 millimeters. The dual time is 41 millimeters, and then the chronograph, they start around 42 millimeters, and this is 43. It wears all 43 of those millimeters. As you can see, it is not small. It is, I would say, on the larger side, closer to a Royal Oak offshore than a Royal Oak. And obviously it has integrated bracelet lugs here, and you can see that that adds to the heft of this watch. And it also isn't really a thin watch, it is kind of a thick watch, so that adds to it overall. 36 time zones, I believe it is. It's one of the only watches out there that is automatic or mechanical that shows all time zones and all of their nuances. It does clutter up the dial a bit. I kind of like it. In certain light, it sort of washes out all the different city names. However, there are many layers to this dial. There are sapphire discs. There is a sapphire disc covering that center Lamford map in the middle, which shows you day and night. So there is a sapphire disc that is shaded on one side and clear on the other. And then you have, radiating out from the center, another disc which has all of the time zones, and then another disc on top of that, which is the day-night, and then another disc on the outside where it says Vacheron on the outside, and that's sort of like a chapter ring almost. And all of the functionality is actually created, or you can create, you could change the time zones, all from one crown, and that is here. There are no other pushers or any pinhole pushers or anything like that. I'll just take it off my wrist really quick, excuse me. One of the things that changed on the version 3 of the Overseas is that the actual bezel has less of these cross indentations, I guess you would call them. It sits on a round plinth on the bezel, and that was an addition as well. So I believe that they pared that down. They made this a wider sort of Maltese cross motif across the whole entire bezel to I don't know, make it look less busy, and I think that works. For me, at least, it does. Although I really like the version 2 as well. I like the version 1, which had a lot more, closer to what the 222, the original Overseas, was. It was never really called the Overseas, it was called the 222. The dial, the hands on the dial are a black polish, so in some lights it looks black, in some lights it looks silver. There is a little bit of lume applied, but really not much. The big party trick from the version 3 is the removable bracelet, and it's really easy to change. And you can see, just by using my fingernail, I'm able to actually remove the bracelet, and you could see the in-house movement. Also, all version 3s get in-house movements, so all of them have clear case backs, and you can see their 22 karat gold rotor that's in the back there, that is a sort of like a compass wheel engraved. It's absolutely beautiful. The watch itself is very chunky, but very elegant at the same time. Vacheron is obviously really just an incredible watchmaker, and you could see the in-house movement here. The in-house World Time movement is just absolutely beautiful. And speaking of World Time, I also have my Traditional World Time here, and this is in rose gold. And let me get this focused a little bit better. And there you go. This was also discontinued. In fact, they've discontinued the Traditional completely. You have the same movement with a different 22 karat rose gold rotor on it on this watch. This does not obviously come on a bracelet. It is not water resistant compared to the Overseas, but they did discontinue this watch for one reason or another. Again, and you could see the size difference. This is 42 millimeters. This is 43 millimeters. I absolutely love Vacheron, obviously. Anybody who has 2 Vacheron World Timers does. But just going to the strap, and you can see I have a rubber strap and the alligator strap on here at the same time. That's intentional. I'm going to show you why. But you could just snap in very easily to change the strap. It's very easy, very quick. And you could see here the rubber on this side, the alligator on this side, and I could just pop this off again on the alligator side. I don't have very long nails, so let me open this up. The watch actually comes with both the straps that you see here, and it comes with the metal bracelet. And the reason why I put the there we go. The reason why I put the alligator strap in is because I wanted to show you how easy it is to actually change out the straps themselves. So the way that Vacheron does this is they add this little metal hook on the end of the straps, and in order to add in the strap, you just literally pop it in, twist, and then hook it back onto the case. And now I've changed the strap from alligator, which was on this side, and then if you want to change this, the whole thing to alligator or whole thing back, you could just take this out and place on the other strap. So it's so easy to go from a strap to a bracelet, from a rubber strap to an alligator strap, back to a bracelet. This is really a great travel watch. So you really only need one watch, because now I'll throw this on my wrist with the rubber strap on, and it completely changes the look of the watch. It looks like a completely different watch, and this is something that you can now wear with, evening attire. If you're wearing a sweater or a button-down shirt to dinner, this is something that you could wear to dinner on this rubber strap, or definitely the alligator strap. Or if you're going to go swimming, you could put it on the rubber strap, or you could wear it on the metal strap. And there's a lot of versatility here. Definitely getting a lot for your money. It is a very expensive watch, of course, but it definitely has a lot of thought and detail that has gone into putting together the watch in general. So the strap also, excuse me, the bracelet also has some cool options on it, and I'll show you that very quickly. There is, built into the back of the strap, you have micro adjusts, so you could just pop that out on both sides, and so just by doing that, it's not like a diver's extension or anything like that. It is just a micro adjust. However, you're getting about a millimeter on either side, maybe a millimeter and a half. So it definitely will loosen up on your wrist on a hot day if you're wearing this. Let's say you're in Florida and you're at the beach and you want to loosen it up. It will loosen up. And also, it doesn't just pop open. It'll stay closed until you pop it open. So you have those extra micro adjusts on the fly. It's really nice. Really just a beautiful watch in general. Like I said, it's definitely a competitor to the Royal Oak Offshore, I would say. However, Vacheron, they are the only ones that offer a World Time sports watch like this from the big three. So Patek and AP do not offer anything like this. So if you are looking for something like this, Vacheron's the only place that has it currently. And they really do offer it in an exquisite package. It's really a very tough, very cool looking sports watch. Now, I'll do a really quick loom shot. The loom on this watch, like I said, not so great, but I will do a loom shot just so you guys can see. It is pretty lame, I would say, because there is only loom on the hands. But we'll do that, and then we'll go from there. And there you go. So you can see there is only loom on the hands. Like I mentioned, it's bright enough. It is just a sports watch, 150 meters water resistance. Like I said, it's not really a diver's watch. There is no rotating bezel or anything like that. But for nighttime, you could definitely see this watch with this amount of loom if you really needed it. However, it's nothing incredible, and you can see it's fading pretty quickly. So anyway, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Please let me know what you think of this watch. I love it. Obviously, I really love Vacheron. It's definitely for me one of the best watchmakers in the world. And I believe that a lot of people feel that way, but some people don't. Please definitely leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks for logging on.